Stacks are a very advanced data structure that are used in modern day programming and computing. Today, I, Yasates here, will be teaching you guys how to implement stacks in Java and the overall fundamentals behind stacks themselves. Oftentimes people forget to understand why something exists and jump right into the code. However, today's video will be a lot different, and we will be exploring both sides of the coin. So, this over here can be seen as a stack. A stack holds data of any type, so strings, integers, and floats. Okay, and they store them in the sense similar to that of plates. So, for an example, over here I've stored the string subscribe, then I've stored the string share, then I've stored the string like. So, you can add to the stack. You can also remove from the stack, but similar to a stack of plates, you can only remove from the top. You cannot remove from the bottom. You can also view the item at the top or all of the items. You cannot index them like a list or an array, however. So you might be thinking, even though if there's such limitations with your stack, what can I do with it? What's its purpose? Well, a stack is much, much faster than arrays and lists. So that makes it a lot more efficient when writing algorithms and in our code. Aside from that, it doesn't have that much value anymore. However, it's still a very important concept to know about. Okay, now I'm currently in my Java editor, an online editor, and now let's learn how to implement stacks in Java. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is import the stack library from Java. So it's already installed. It's installed in every single Java package, so you don't need to install it. The next thing we're going to want to do is initialize a stack of data. So we're going to call upon stack, and we're going to pick a data type. So I'm going to be picking a string. Okay, and I'll just call the stack of data. All right, and it's just a new stack altogether. Okay. The next thing we might want to do is add to our stack. So we can just take the stack of data and add. So we're going to use the push method. Stack of data.push, and we're going to do like. We can repeat this for share and subscribe as well. And also please like, share, and subscribe. So like, share, and subscribe. So now that we've inserted some data into our stack of data, why don't we look at what we've done so far? So let's do system.out.println. Okay, and we're going to just print out stack of data. All right, and let's just run this. Oh, I forgot the two brackets. So as you can see, like comes first, then share, then subscribe. Okay, the next thing we can also do is remove data. All right, so in order to remove data, we will use the .pop method. If you're coming from Python, this will be a very common, or even C, I believe. This is a very common usage. So in order to do so, all we have to do is stack of data .pop. And now if I were to print out my stack of data, you'll be able to see that the last index will be removed. Semicolon. So it goes like, share, subscribe. And since subscribe was the last one in, it's the first one out. This phenomenon is called LIFO. This is the basis as to what stacks were built upon. LIFO stands for last in, first out. Okay, the next thing we're going to want to do, oh, and also, you can also store the .pop data. So I can go like last underscore index is equal to stack of data.pop. And we can just print this out. So system.out.println last index. Variable O. We need to initialize what type it is. Like a string, an integer, what is it? So this is what I'm doing. I'm popping off from the stack, and I'm storing in the last index string or variable. Oh, I actually wrote system.put, and that's system.out. Okay, so there's like, share, and subscribe. Then there is the pop, which is just subscribe. And then there's like and share. Okay, we can also peek at our data without having to pop it. Like we can peek at the first index. So let's try that out. So, oh wait, yeah, we can just do, so last index is equal to stack of data dot peek. Now we can just peek our data. So as you can see, the stack remains as is, and the peek shows the last index, or the last value that was inserted inside of the stack. So that's the basic way as to how stacks work in Java. And this is a very, it's a very rigid data structure altogether, but it can be used for quite a bit of things. I like to think of, also I like to think of LIFO as browser histories, because if you were to open up your browser history, you will see the last thing that you visited. LIFO is a very interesting phenomenon, and people have actually created other versions of LIFO, such as first in, first out, or first out, last in, or first in, last out, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the end of today's video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and please like, share, and subscribe, as I've said quite a few times in this video. Thank you, have a nice day.